just a few minutes.
You got a pen?
No. What do we name? What did I name it? Because it ain't kids in the kennel.
Where's the outcry? Is that what you told me?
But you didn't put it on paper.
That was after you didn't finish the photo.
Oh, okay. It's still hot in the studio. They tell me we're gonna have some air by Thursday. I mean, if Shay, if all you can give to my page for is if I'm cussing, then get your motherfucking ass off the page. If you don't come for the message, then get your ass off. You cussing tonight, bitch, please. Woo! Jesus is hot. You don't got all day, motherfucker. You ain't got no more time. You on my motherfucking page. This is a motherfucking TV show. Okay? Damn. What is. Okay. If you don't come here for the message and the information, then you're in the wrong place.
This is wrong.
What? What you mean wrong? What you mean wrong?
It's wrong. Because it's not coming up.
The numbers were showing on there. The numbers were showing. It wasn't coming up where?
On your Facebook.
The numbers were coming up on the page. It was up there. I was starting that all over. All right. They still didn't fix that over the weekend. All right, we're
30 seconds.
30 seconds. You got it up on the church page?
No,
Okay, then why not?
because it wasn't showing. That's why
20
I'm telling you.
seconds.
Is it there now?
No,
Then get it up there, please.
I have to do this.
I'm not worried about the YouTube. I'm worried about,
I ain't on
10
YouTube.
seconds.
be quiet.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is it's absolutely positively not. And folks, this is the way my week is already started. Stuff falling in the studio. Okay. But I got a very interesting show. And I think your weekend was marvelous. No matter what it was that you did all weekend long. And y'all know, I'm going to talk about the biggest story that we've had all weekend long here in the Memphis area. The biggest story. Because I got some questions about it. But again, hopefully that you had a very prosperous and successful and good weekend. I'm still burning up in the studio. Miss Debbie said we're gonna have some air by Thursday. I'm gonna just have to, until Thursday, not come in these big old pretty suits, because I'm burning up. And tonight, it's gonna get real hot. But see, it's just some things I want to know. You know, several months ago, here in the city of Memphis, some of you black leaders and some of you black politicians and even some of you black preachers, you black political pundits, you were upset about the dead folk, the dead white folk on the statues. You didn't think white folk were supposed to have any history of their own. They're not supposed to have any of their heroes. We got pictures and statues of Martin Luther King and all of, we named streets after Martin Luther King, but you didn't think that white folk needed to have their statues. Okay, fine. There was a public outcry in this city from the political pundits and the black politicians. Down with the statues. Black Lives Matter. You got all involved. You got all, ooh, y'all were just upset about the statues. Dead white folk on stone. We don't need these symbols. Let's get them down. OD, you gone. Don't ask me no goddamn, no doggone questions. Okay? Oh, you mad at the white folk. You we shall overcome singing Negroes, and you want to march, and you want to talk about how bad racism is, and it is. But you wanted to take me back 200-300 years ago and pull down statues. But here we are in the city of Memphis in 2018. A white woman can put two black children intentionally in dog kennels in the back of a Ford Explorer. Drive all over Memphis and down, go visit Graceland and driving in Collierville. 95-degree weather. And ain't a black ass leader in this town said a damn thing. Your white mayor, who played into let's take the statues down because he knew it was going to make some of you handkerchief head token wallet carrying Negroes who always want to jump on the black bandwagon except when it's time to do things that's really black, like create industry and jobs. Stopping crime. When the white man can emotionalize you, I'm talking about your mayor, Jim Strickland, he can trick you, trick-ass Negroes. Well, ain't nobody saying nothing about the babies that the white woman intentionally put in dog cages in the back of a car. Damn. Do we not see something wrong with that? Then some of you folk, I was reading, here's some Negro, Roy Davis. She's not white, Thad, she just look like. Negro, I can read. See, I'm one of them dangerous Negroes, because damn it, I can read. She just look like she white. Aren't you, all you Negroes always want to find a reason to justify the actions of bigoted white folk. Fool, you know who I am, you know what I do, you know I do my research. Roy Davis. Come on, Roy. I looked up the police information. When you go to jail, and I've been to jail, they ask you, even though You look at me, you know I'm black. What's your race and nationality? On her paperwork, and I put it up on Instagram, on the paperwork from the Memphis Police Department, it says, Roy, that she is white. They ask you them questions. What's your nationality? She said she is white. Now, I know that that makes a lot of black folk uncomfortable because you don't want, oh, no. Let's not say nothing negative about white folk. I'll talk about the negative white folk, and I'll talk about the negative black folk. She is white. That's what's on the paperwork at 201 Poplar. The police said she's white. She had to tell the police she's white. Well, see, she's just a light-skinned, colored woman. She ain't really white. No, because the white woman wouldn't do that. I read, Roy, and to those of you who don't read, the paperwork says she's white. Damn. She white, riding around with two blacks. She probably got a white daughter, and somebody said that the daughter was on Facebook, I couldn't find her, saying that the mama made a mistake. Mama made no mistake. The white daughter probably got her a black man. But the paperwork says that she is the grandmother. Okay? That the white woman is the grandmother. That is, she didn't mean no harm. It wasn't intentional. Well, again, I'm that nigga that can read. And I pulled the affidavit of complaint. It's in this little bit of writing, so y'all just hold on while I seize if I can seize it. Personally appeared before me, Collins, 13617, made oath that on or about the 9th day of June 2018, in said county and within the jurisdiction of the criminal court of Shelby, Tennessee, one, what's her name, Lamont, whoever, Cheats, did unlawfully commit the offense of child endangerment, according to Tennessee Code annotated 39-15-401, section C1, 2 counts. On the 9th of June, 2018, a concerned citizen, I'm reading from the police affidavit, recorded a video of children being let out of a dog kennel that was stored in the back of a Ford Explorer in the 3700 block of Elvis Presley in Memphis, Shelby County, Tennessee. The video and license plate information was forwarded to the Memphis Police Department, who began an immediate investigation. During the course of the investigation, Lamont Cheats was developed as a suspect after she returned home to the 1100 block of Mosby. This is down in Whitehaven. Both children were identified as J. Cheats Hillard and B. Cheats Hillard. Children are 8 and 7 years old, who were no longer, now see, I want y'all to listen to this. This is when she got home and the police there, who were no longer in the kennel, but was seated in the back seat of the Ford Explorer with Tennessee plates BBORNZX. The children were briefly spoken to, and they advised there was no room inside the vehicle earlier in the day. And the defendant, Lamont Cheeks, told them to get inside the kennels. The children advised it was hot in the back of the vehicle in the kennel. Lamont Cheeks was interviewed and admitted to riding from Whitehaven to Collierville, with the children in the kennel. Cheeks further advised they also drove downtown. However, she checked on the children periodically and later removed them from the kennel and put them in the rear seats of her vehicle. The temperature today in Memphis reached 95 degrees, and there were no vents in the rear of the Ford Explorer. According to Tennessee Code, annotated 39-15-401, Cheeks was charged with child endangerment for knowingly placing the children in imminent danger. Okay? She did what she wanted to do. There had been, the children stated, well, the children, you see the children were, when they got to the house, they was on the back seat. But she said, you know, I checked in on them periodically. That's what the police paperwork says, okay? So in 2018, the white woman thought it was okay to put the black children on the inside of dog kennels. See, I don't know how you can justify this. And I looked at some of the statements that was on Facebook. Somebody named Dawn Baxter said maybe the children want to have fun. It's summer vacation. The body language tells me so. No, what the body language told me when I saw the child getting out of the kennel, and I saw how tall she was, and I saw how small the kennel was, that the child was cramped inside of the kennel, and that the child was trying to stretch because the child had been in a cage. Another woman's, this is a white woman. Oops. The favorite place for my grandson to have story time with Auntie. Here's another white woman. Ooh. What if they were coming from down the street and she begged and begged and begged to ride in the kennel? Maybe she lost her pet and begged to ride in it. I have kids who have done similar stuff. Chill out, people. And what the does raise have to do with it? Because you bigoted white folk that lost your damn minds in America. Trump just made some of you white folk go out your damn mind. I ain't talking about all you white folk. If you ain't bigoted, then I ain't talking to you. But we still have racism that exists. We still have bigoted ass white folk in America. And some of you token ass Negroes, you don't want to admit it because, you know, you live next door to white folk. I went to my boss's barbecue. They treat me real good. And I'm not saying that all white folk are bad, just like all black folk are not good. But racism among white folk still exists. White folk are the originators of racism in this country. Whether you want to admit it or not, white folk, your history tells the story that you created racism in this country. You didn't like black folk because of the color of their skin. You thought, and many of you still think, that you are superior to black folk. And the sad thing is that many black folk in this country, you fall in line, you pick up the water, and the white folk, them some good white people, well, okay. Some of you even found justification for slavery. Now, what would happen if we had stayed over there in Africa? The white man created racism. White folk, the bigot. They don't want you to understand your history. That's the reason they give y'all 1 month Black history. I don't do the Black history programs. Don't do them at the church, and I don't do them on the show. Why you don't celebrate being black? I celebrate being black 365 days a year. You can't give me no damn one and think I'm supposed to be happy. You do know it started off with 1 day. You want to give me a month, I'm supposed to be happy because white folks said I can celebrate being black for 1 month. Kiss my ass and call it sweet. Hell no. When are we as a people going to wake up? I got to go back to this particular point right here. Well, but before I go to that point, see, you Negroes not keying up for the 4th of July. You gonna go get you some firecrackers. You gonna miss paying your bills. My baby gotta have some fireworks. And you don't even realize that in 1776, you were not free. You do not realize that the ones that wrote the Declaration of Independence were slave masters. You don't realize that. You don't realize that this Constitution was not built and meant for you. In fact, your Constitution still says that you are 3/5 human, or 1/5 human. That you are property of the white man. Your Constitution has not changed. That's still in there. And while Negroes around this country, you are battling the wrong battles. Where are the Black Lives Matter folk now? You want to get upset when white folk or white police officers are killing black folk. But when you check the record, there's more black folk that's killing each other on a daily basis than white police have killed us in the last 10 years. Why aren't you concerned that this white woman can put 2 black children in the dog kennel, ride all over the city, and think it's all right? Wasn't even trying to hide it. Not even trying to hide it. One lady said on Facebook, well, maybe those kids were bad and they did need to be put in there. Daryl Smith, let's be honest, we've all seen some children that should be put in kennels, working retail for a while, and I think you'll agree. So where are the black preachers at? Brother pastors? Does this not bother you? Does this not concern you? Why is the black county commissioners and black city council members where are you? Why is there not any outcry? Because y'all don't give a damn. Y'all gave more damn about a dead white man in the park who's still dead. Let's pull these statues down. It addresses racism. Y'all phony and fake as hell. Black leadership. I'm opening up the phone lines tonight because I want to hear what y'all got to say about this. I'm gonna do that. And I don't like opening up the phone lines. Robert Campbell, this ain't the Bible class, brother. I ain't asked you nothing about you reading the Bible. Brother, your ass gone. We ain't talking about no 16:11. We ain't finna talk about see, I ain't gonna go in the Bible class. Because see, you don't even understand where the Bible came from. You don't even understand why you call yourself a Christian, Mr. Black Man. Because you don't know your history. You don't want to know your history. And the white man has convinced you that your history really ain't all that damn important. The only thing, and look at the word history. Look at the word history. Let's do like we used to do back in the kindergarten, when we were saying our ABCs and things, trying to get us some history. History. Look at the word history. If you break the word into syllables, you get his story. Wait a minute. His story. Not our story. His story. The story that the white man created for you. You remember that lie, the first lie they told her. Y'all remember that lie back in the first grade? Y'all remember it, don't you? You remember that his story lie that the white man gave us, don't you? What? You remember when the white man told you that Columbus discovered America? Came over here on the Nina, the Pinus, and the Santa Maria. The white man. Native Americans don't trust white folks. I guess they don't either. White man comes over here to a land that is already occupied, and you done discovered America. And the Indians were already here. Came and took the land from the Indians, started killing up the Indians. Then y'all had a day called Thanksgiving. We thankful we killed y'all ass. We grateful we took your land from you. Thanksgiving. Damn, we're gonna kill your turkey too. Make you some sweet potato pies. Native Americans. They got mad too late. Cochise and Sitting Bull and Running Bull and all them bulls should have got y'all when y'all was coming off that damn ship. But no, here comes the European to this country. Them Indians trusted y'all. Y'all took everything. Then let me tell you what y'all did. Y'all went over to the Ivory Coast of Africa, and let me tell you what you did. Get the story straight. Our folk, our chiefs in Africa, they sold us to the slave masters. They didn't just come over there and take us. We were sold into slavery, into bondage by our own folk. And guess what? Negroes in America right now still selling Negroes out for nickels and dimes and for trinkets. You're still being sold out. Look at the black leadership in this country. There's only, and y'all heard me say it before, there is only one man in this country that I look to as a black leader. Only one. Damn a Jesse Jackson. Damn Al Sharpton. The only man that I recognize as a leader that is bold enough to say what he means and mean what he says is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I've flown across the country several times to be in the presence of the Million Man March. I support the Nation of Islam. I support the minister. I support what they do. And let me give you some education to you ignorant white folk, you ignorant white folk who have convinced black folk that Farrakhan is the devil. And some of you as black folk, you don't understand what the nation does. You look at the guys on the corner with the newspapers and with the bean pies and the water buckets, and you talk bad about these brothers. But let me give you something. Let me let you understand what those brothers are. Those brothers are business people. The Nation of Islam prints the paper. Those brothers buy the papers. They buy the fruit. They buy the water from the nation. Then because they don't have your regular 9-to-5 jobs, these brothers get out on the corner. Some of them use it to supplement. They are their own business people. They own their own business. And the dollars that they are getting in from you on the street goes into their pockets because they have already, like business people do, they've already bought the product and now they can mark it up just a little bit to make a profit. I ain't never gave a damn about Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson was the only person to get on a plane April 4th, 1968. Fly to Chicago to show the folk in Chicago, I got Martin's blood on my shirt. No, Negro, you had Martin blood on your hands, brother. Because, see, when you go back and you read your history like I've read it, and you pull the reports of what happened. See, the whole incident report, the whole history of when Martin King was in Memphis is available to read. When I go back and I read it, I understand that Martin King wasn't, now first thing I know he wasn't killed by James Earl Ray. In fact, some years ago on my radio show, I had a white man by the name of Bear. Bear was on my show and stayed on my show for about 3-4 days, who stated publicly on air that his brother was the shooter of Martin Luther King. Go back and look at it. I couldn't understand. Martin King coming to Memphis. You go and read a book called The FBI and Martin Luther King. I'm finna give y'all some history all across the country. You go and read a book called I got some folk want to send me some negative stuff about Elijah Muhammad. Brother, if I knew your name, I could pull your history up. I could find something negative to say about you. Folks said negative stuff about me. I don't give a damn. Okay? We all got an X in front of our names. So these brothers just put an X after their names now. Boy, you saying something, but you got an X in front of your name. So don't talk about what Elijah Muhammad done. But let me take you back. There's a book by David Garrow called The FBI and Martin Luther King. In that book, there's a chapter that's called Informants. 3 civil rights leaders from Memphis, Tennessee. Maxine Smith, what was that other boy's name down at the paper? Maxine Smith, her husband, Vasco Smith, and that boy that owned the Tri-State Defender. Not the Tri-State Defender. I can't think of it because I want to. Vasco, it'll come back to it. But these were paid, the book says that they were paid informants of the FBI. We found out a few years ago about Brother Withers. They were paid informants of the FBI. The FBI had paid informants within the civil rights movement. When Martin King came to Memphis, he normally stayed at what was then called the Holiday Inn Rivermont. It was a hotel. When you go into the lobby, they got elevators in. But these black-ass Negro traders, these Negro preachers in Memphis, including Billy Cowles, that before he died, his tongue was purged. I might play it before I go off the air tonight. I can find it on YouTube. Come back to Billy in just a minute. You knew Jesse Turner. Thank you so much. That's the other name. Maxine Smith, Vasco Smith, and Jesse Turner over the Tri-State Bank. That's what it was. Thank you. You knew Martin King had death threats. But you take him out of the hotel where you go through you got to go upstairs and lobbies and stuff. You take him out of that type of security. We want him in a black hotel. You take him down to the low-range motel, ain't got damn elevator. You walk up to the steps and you put a man in a room that's got a great big picture window there. Security? You moving? Billy Cows, who became famous off of Martin Luther King. Monster Thriller, y'all coming down because I'm going to break and I'm going to clear off Instagram and all you folk that ain't staying with the agenda. The shooter knew where Martin King was going to be. Who told him? How did they make their plans? How did James Earl Ray supposed to leave Memphis and get all the way to London? Billy Kyle stated in a speech, and God purged his tongue. Let me see if I can find it, because see, y'all ain't gonna believe it. Y'all gonna think I made it up. Wait a minute, let me see if I can find it. It's on YouTube. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. And I'm gonna play it when we come back from the book. Wait a minute, I can find it right here. Turn it up in here for me, too. This is, I'm about to play Reverend Billy Cows making a speech.
Especially for the young who did not have a chance to get the feel or to know what the civil rights movement actually was about. Even as they marched, now they could have stopped in a hotel, but when you think about marches from Memphis to Jackson or Jackson to Memphis, that was a hotel. You stayed in churches, you stayed in people's homes, and that's how we got over, that's how we got through. The struggle was a spiritual struggle.
I want you to listen carefully.
Do what we had to do. You couldn't pay people to stand before mad dogs and fire hoses and billy clubs and cattle prods. It was strictly a spiritual and moral movement. So we wanted that dimension to be in the pilgrimage to Memphis. We will revisit the mountaintop speech site. That's the Mason's Temple, where Dr. King made his last address, which he almost didn't make, because the night that we were having that rally, there was tornado warnings, and he was behind on the Poor People's Campaign. And he said, you guys go on over and have the rally. I'm going to stay at the motel and work on the Poor People's Campaign. And we got there, and Dr. Abernathy walked in, and Jesse Jackson walked in, and I walked in, and others. People started clapping because they thought Martin was behind us.
Listen.
And so Ralph Winterson said to him, this is not our crowd. And he went to the phone and called Dr. King. And said, any of the marches that we had in those days, you have an opportunity to bring the children and bring the family and march with us. And when I finished sharing with them the last hour of Dr. King's life, for hers, but that gave me the wonderful privilege of spending the last hour on earth. 3 ever in room 306 at the Lorraine Motel. The press is always curious and wonders what went on. What did you talk about? I said, we just talk preacher talk. What preachers talk about when they get together? Y'all pay the Bibles and all that. I'm sitting here now. By 5:45, we walked on the balcony, and he was talking to people in the courtyard. He stood here and I stood there. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot. The shot rang out. Thank you. Back on the balcony.
What you just heard, the late Reverend Billy Kyle say, that he was standing on the balcony. And as he moved away from King, the assassin fired the shot. Sound like a setup to me. Memphis man, all y'all can go in just a minute here on Instagram. So racism and the black man, we were sellouts in Africa, and many of you are sellouts now. And when I hear the silence of black folk, black leaders, here's a black child that is riding two black children in kennels. And black leadership in this town is silent. Something's wrong. When the black man no longer cares about who he is and what his history is and what his identity is, something is wrong. Do we need to go to war? See, that's foolish. You create the war with economics. You start spending your money with each other. You can't support a race war. Come on. You can't win. The black man in America, you don't own a bullet factory. You don't own a gun factory. Hell, you can't even make a damn slingshot. How in the hell you gonna win a war? You win the war with your economics. You spend your money in the black community. But I'm gonna be digging further into this woman's case. Yeah, she lives on Moses Street. She's lived several spots. I've been able to pull up several addresses on her. See, y'all let these militant ass Negroes, these we shall overcome us. I hate that damn song. I do. We shall someday. When the hell the day gonna come? Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. When the damn day going to come, that we as a people stand up and be real. That's the reason some of you spiritual folk, and you church folk, y'all mad at me, because I'm taking y'all out of the religious bullshit. God was not a God of religion. He wasn't no Baptist, he wasn't no Methodist, he didn't have no damn denomination. But how does Federal Express feel that their employee who works in the IT department, who's been at FedEx, I hear, for about 40 years, how do you feel about her actions? You say, absolutely, positively, overnight, we will have forgotten about it. But I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna go to dig, and I'm gonna do what I do so very well. It's time for black folk, and especially black men, to stand up and be counted. Let me take care of some of my business. I need to pay some bills and make a little money. Then we'll be back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Turn the camera for what, motherfucker? Damn. Motherfucker, let me tell you ignorant motherfuckers something. This ain't the damn church. This is a television studio. Will you dumb motherfuckers get that in your motherfucking heads? Shit. Yeah, you finna go. What's wrong with my mic? This is a nice mic.
It kind of sound like a can.
Well, we don't want something like no can. Take that mic then.
And she said it so polite. It kind of sound like.
It kind of, well, you ain't got this one on.
They heard you. It wasn't going in and out. It just sounded like. Hold on. Don't say nothing yet. Don't put the spot. Test.
1, 2, go down, Moses. Oh, you didn't cut it down, no. I'm going through Instagram, blocking folk. There's another one going. Are they being good on Facebook?
I ain't been on Facebook.
Go down, Moses, way down. Can we see your audience? Ain't no motherfucking audience, ignorant motherfucker. Bye. I love y'all in Philly too. What's the white boy you sent me? This thing that you sent me, who is he the father of?
No. The white boy's something else. Go to the next.
The text, the Facebook thing,
Yeah.
who is he the father of?
He ain't got nothing to do with that.
All right, what are you sending me?
30 seconds.
What are you sending me?
The post, you said you was looking for the post earlier?
Who, is that the mother's post?
Yeah.
What's her name?
20 seconds.
Find me her page and send me her stuff. Go down,
10 seconds.
Moses.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. I had to purge social media. Let me see, is it inbound here? Let me tell you something. I ain't scared of white folk. And I ain't scared of you handkerchief head Negroes either. I am going to keep on telling it just like it is, whether you like it or not. And my comments are not racist. It's his story. Not my story, his story. But the black man in America, you are so in love with the concept of being a slave that you get mad when you hear the real story. Those of you that are on Instagram, you're about to time out, and I'll bring you right back. You get mad at the real story. Many black folk have gotten upset when they found out that Jesus, whose real name is Yahshua, you got real mad because the white man told you that your Jesus, your Savior, was him. You don't like hearing that. And I have to give you a little history every now and then to let you know that even though I cuss, and cuss may be a drawing card to many, we deal with facts and information that you ain't gonna hear no other talk show host in America say what I say. Black folk don't get upset when you find out that your Lord and Savior was not a white man. But the white man who gave you his religion had to use the white Jesus to subject you to be willing slaves. Ooh, God. The name was Yahshua. What? Could be the water. His name Jesus Christ. And most of y'all don't realize Christ is the title. It ain't his last name. His mama wasn't married Christ. "2018 years ago, during the existence of he who we call Jesus, there was no letter Y, J rather, in the Greek or the Hebrew language. The letter you had was Y. The name was Yahshua. Yahshua. when you go back and you read scripture, you'll find that not only was his name Joshua, but Joshua's name was the same thing. In fact, when you read scripture, you will find that there were 5 men in scripture that had the same name, Joshua, that was called Jesus. You get mad when I start telling you certain things about who you are. I mean, you really get mad if I tell you that Genesis wasn't really the first book of the Bible. When you go back and do your history, you do your research, and you do your reading, you'll find that the first book of the Bible is recorded to be Job. Good God. That's too much for you. We don't read, and your black pastor, most of them don't read. They hoop and holler, run and jump to you, and you find yourself having an emotional orgasm on a Sunday morning. You want to hear about when you get up there to the pearly gates, and damn, you ain't even got no gate at your house. You want to, I got a mansion in heaven. Well, damn, I like having a mansion out in East Memphis. That's the mansion that I'm trying to get. Because the black church has studied the white Jesus and took on the mindset of the white Jesus, that you are so foolish and you are so indoctrinated into biblical religious bullshit that you don't want to be free. Y'all don't want this. This is too much for you. What that got to do with that woman with the children? Your mindset? The white man understands that you ain't gonna be mad for a few days. If I don't talk about it on there, ain't nobody who's black in this town don't talk about this on the air. If they do, they're gonna make it politically correct because you don't want to upset the good white family. Because see, y'all don't own y'all. They got bosses. Folks that work on DIA, LOK, well, LOK is the only black-owned station. You scared what your white master gonna tell you. You can't talk about that. In newsrooms around this city, they can't be free. They're not free enough to be able to tell you the truth. You don't want no truth. You don't want no truth. See, if I didn't tell the truth the way I was, I tell it years ago. I'd already been national. In other cities around the country, I would have been a phenomenon. The cussing pastor has caught on because it's my day. It's my time now. And I ain't backing down from the truth at all. At 61 years old, I don't have to back down. I ain't scared. I can look that white man in the eye. I can look at you water-carrying Negroes in the eye and tell you the truth, brother. I don't expect nothing from the white man but respect. And a check that'll clear. So, where are our black leaders? Where are your black pastors at? That all be saying, we need to do something about this. There should be a cry, a public cry, that the Department of, what you call it, CPS or what is it?
CPS Child Protection.
CPS needs to look in, and if there's any other children in that house, they need to be taken out of that house. If she works for Fred Smith on the FedEx plantation, Mr. Smith, what do you think about this? Why did this white woman, and see some of y'all mad, she said she white. Now she done told the white peoples downtown on the paperwork, I got a copy of the paperwork, that she's white. So don't get mad. If it's true. No, I'm not saying have no damn protests and marching. See, white folk expect you to march. But they don't expect you to put a plan into action. They believe you're going to beg them for something, and that's what y'all believe in, begging the white man for your freedom instead of taking your freedom. This woman was able to put 2 black children in a cage, and a black judge gives her $100 bond. Black judge well, maybe she got $100 bond. $100 bond. $100 bond? $100 bond. You can ride black children around in a dog cage. The only thing she's ever had was a traffic ticket. $100 bond. Now, tell you what, you as a black man or a black woman, you ride some white children around in a dog cage and see what's going to take place. Your black ass gonna have $100,000 bond, and it's not gonna be a misdemeanor. How is child endangerment a misdemeanor? How? How? 2 children in cages. And the white woman wasn't scared. She went down there to Elvis Presley's house. Oh, that's right. They ain't nothing but a hound dog. That's what she said. The reason that she was able to take the black children to Graceland, they ain't nothing but a hound dog crying all the time. What's wrong with us as black folk? This don't upset you. Come on, Lois Lambert. Even if pre-trial gave the $100 bond, who signed these papers in pre-trial? She might have got the bond in pre-trial. Lois. Are we going to slap her on the wrist? I can make his name out, look like some kind of barber, our barber, probably a magistrate that signed this. But this woman admitted putting black children in a cage. It would have been bad for any children. I don't care what color it was. But this white woman didn't find nothing wrong with it. Didn't find nothing wrong with it. Federal Express, this is your employee. Is she representing your company? Damn. How y'all feel about this? I really, y'all know I don't like opening up the phone line. But I want to see, oh, it's a little bit after 8. Let me go. Open up. You got that number? See, area code 901-231-9239. How y'all, maybe y'all don't feel nothing about this. Well, the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of the Good Colored People. What's Operation Push? Where is CORE? Where is the SCLC? Where y'all at? No statement? Area code 901-231-9239. How y'all feel? Y'all scared to talk about it? Turn me up on the speakers.
Call from unknown caller.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. That is Matthew.
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to make a comment right quick.
Okay.
Okay. God forbid, something that happened in a big truck or in their car and from the back and endangered those kids where they were trapped because there was no way that, if I was not mistaken, that truck had a hatch on it. And if anything happened where they couldn't get us back to the hatch and they were in the back of those cases, and that would have been a very, very sad, very sad occasion.
Well, I mean, at 95 degrees outside in a dog cage, and I couldn't tell whether it was one of those kinds that had the little wire at the top or was it one of those plastic ones, and I'm going to look at it a little bit closer. Those children could have died, man. And you ride them from Whitehaven. She lives down on Mosby Street in that area. You going from Whitehaven, you went downtown, you build the car you build. They'll come see what's wrong with this tablet here, the one with the Instagram on it, because it's acting up. So do you think that the charge is the right charge?
No, sir, I really don't. Because there's no way that should be a misdemeanor. That was strictly child endangerment. I mean, in the worst case, that should be a felony and $100 bond. Man, that's a slap in the face. You know, that's not right.
All right, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Go ahead. Okay. I'm working on trying to find out how they are related.
Call from unknown caller.
You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Hi,
Speak up, darling.
yes, just commenting on that case of the chief woman, it's very obvious that those two children, when they slid out of that pet kennel, apparently they had been in there before because they slid out very comfortably, and they might have either been foster children. But either way it goes, it was very wrong, and this woman needs to be held accountable.
Well, I think that the charge needs to be upgraded. So you're believing that these children have been in that kennel before?
It just seems that they were, because when they slid out, they didn't slide out as if they had just been put in there for the very first time. So apparently, they might have been in there before now.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Call from unknown caller. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
Go ahead. Go ahead. All right, 901, 901-231-9239. How do you feel about it? What's your feelings on this? Snow Hill, South Carolina.
call from unknown caller. To accept, press 1.
You're on there, go ahead.
Good afternoon. I'm not dealing with the factual matters of the case, but that judge should be recalled.
Well, Doc,
We should start
that's
recall
not,
petition.
okay, sir, are you in Memphis?
No, that's what I was going to ask. Is that possible in Tennessee?
Well, the recall is not going to happen, okay? And one of the things, as I look at this affidavit, it could have been done by a magistrate. We have magistrates in the jail that this bond could have been set before it got to Judge Lois Lambert's courtroom. But whoever set the bond, it is too low. And the recall of a judge, that's not going to happen, brother. Okay?
Well, I understand that it may not happen, but we have to have some solution to the problem. We've dealt with the problem too long. It's getting worse, not just in Tennessee, but all over the nation. It's just a time to wake up, and we got to do something.
Well, here's what you do, brother. What you do is, see, white folks don't care nothing about you marching.
I'm not talking about marching. I'm talking about
listen to what I'm saying, brother. Listen to what I'm saying. The only way to impress white folk and get a movement is economically. When we start,
that's correct. You're absolutely correct there.
when we started spending money in our own communities and start taking some of our dollars away, when we start demanding that black leadership bring money into our community. See, in this town, I don't know about where you are, but in this town, I'll hear black politicians, city council members and commissioners say, I have to work with my colleagues. Your colleagues...
It's the same everywhere, sir.
Okay.
I travel the nation, and you have a very pathetic voice for such a time as this in trying to, not trying, but waking people up to the reality is that as long as we allow something to be devalued, it will constantly be devalued. I promise you this one thing, if it was a politician's child in the same situation, we'd be looking at $1 million bond.
Well, I think that and I'm going to look into what the parameters are on this child endangerment, okay? These children could have died in 95-degree weather, and you just riding them around the city like they puppies. See, I don't even know if the hatch was up or down. And I'm going to say that the hatch on the Ford Explorer was all the way down. And here's the reason I said that, is that someone would have noticed prior, because she had to be on the expressway at some point, someone would have noticed that there was children in the back of, in those dog kennels, had the hatch been up. So I'm of the mindset, man, that the hatch was down and they were on the inside of those cages.
They probably were, but as I've indicated earlier, we have this type of egregious activity everywhere, and you have a nationwide voice. And I'm just saying to you that there are people who are willing to be the light at this particular time, to try to deal with this problem, because a problem will always be a problem until we have a solution.
I agree.
There's a problem. Now, what do we do about it?
Well, in this particular matter, we need to speak and put pressure on the district attorney general. I think I think that these charges need to be upgraded, okay? Because, I've got to see what the charges have been in cases where children have been left in hot cars. And I'm going to do the research on that tomorrow, and we'll talk about it again on tomorrow night. Thank you so much, brother.
One last thing.
I got to go, brother. I can't give you the whole
One last
show.
thing.
Yeah, make it real quick.
You have the power of the vote coming up. The people need to use that power to elect people who are going to support their principles and their values. If we don't vote, we allow this kind of stuff to go on. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so very much. All right.
Call from unknown caller. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press
Go ahead. You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Hey, Daddy, how are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good. Daddy, don't you know if it was a dog, an actual dog that lady would have been riding around, had in that cage, and a backseat of a car, of a truck that's 95 degrees, don't you know that woman would have damn near got life?
I'm going to look at the law tomorrow, and I don't think that this misdemeanor child endangerment is the right charge. Okay, and look at how tall that child was when she got out of the cage. Hell, she had to be cramped up in there.
Yeah, I'm like that other lady now, piggyback on what she said. That's something that woman been doing. If she was so comfortable with that, and the children was comfortable, that's something that she's been doing. And I'm glad you're looking into it, Daddy. And I hope you find out, what really went on, and if you can have those charges upgraded. Because like I said, if it would have been a dog, they would have gave that woman damn their life.
Thank you so
Have
much.
a nice evening.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's take another one. And those of you that called in, if I'm talking, I can't answer you. Okay, so you ain't answering the phone. I'm talking, baby. You just keep trying. If at first you don't succeed, try again. They told you that in the first grade too.
Call from unknown caller. To accept, press 1.
You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Miss Matthews, what a great show and what a great job you're doing there, as usual. Miss Matthews, that young girl like to fell on the curb when she got all that cramped up cage.
Yes, she was stumbling.
And we as people, we don't come together, we'll fall for anything. So just don't charge, you got to be upgraded. But that young girl, she had been in there before, but she like to fell down when she got out of there, Miss Matthews.
So do you think that this has been a practice or a habit in the past?
It's a habit. I'm talking about hell. I raised dogs. Yeah, they'd be so glad to get out. But this young girl was cramped up. She like to fell down when she got out. And to take it in a public place like that, and like it's okay, yeah, they want to need to be prosecuted to the extreme. Yeah.
Well, and here's the other thing, and I see someone on social media bringing it up. If you put the child, your grandchildren, in the dog cage, what else you doing to the children?
Or what else those kids are being suggested to,
You're totally right.
Thank you again, Miss Matthews.
Thank you so much.
Call from unknown caller. To accept, press
You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Yes, Mr. Matthews, I'm deeply upset about this situation. I wanted to know, and I'm like you, I want to know what was it that DCS wasn't called? Most children went back to their mother's home?
I don't know. I don't know whether they went back to the mother's home or not. I don't know whether the mother lives, and I'm trying to find out the name of the mother. Whether the mother lives.
Because that's important to know for the simple fact and reason she let the children go with the grandmother in the dog kennel.
Someone has said that they saw 2 adults in the truck. I haven't been able to see the one, so I don't know whether there was a second adult in there. But I do know, according to the police report, that when they got to the house, the children weren't in there. So if the children were able to
Well, I
ride,
wanna know if,
if the
I'm
children,
like you, all I wanna know is why was the DCS in this situation?
all right, thank you so much, Don.
Thank you.
If the children were on the back seat when they got to the house, how come they couldn't have been riding in the back seat all the time? That's my opinion on that.
Call from unknown caller.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was piggybacking on what the other guy said. When the little girl got out the back of the van, she stumbled and almost fell.
Yeah, she almost fell. I mean, I guess if you've been riding around for a period of time and you cramped up in the cage, man, cut your TV down.
Okay.
You trying to hear yourself on TV.
No, sir.
All right. Cut it all the way down.
It's down.
All right. The child was stumbling because the child was cramped up in a cage that was not, first of all, cage ain't made for the child, but she cramped up in that cage.
Right.
She was a tall child.
Right.
Okay.
That's she got out, she said like she was this bubble. Cause she went to walk and then she stumbled and looked like she almost fell.
These kids are 7 and 8 years old. But I'm believing that, like some of the other callers have said, this wasn't the first time. Thank you, sir.
Call from unknown caller. To accept, press
You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Hello, good afternoon, Thaddeus.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. I finally get to talk to my favorite cousin, Pastor.
All right, okay. I can't hear you. Speaking to the phone.
Oh, okay, can you hear me now?
I hear you a little bit better.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I was calling regarding the situation.
Uh-huh.
That should not have happened, and anytime it had been anyone else of another ethnicity, then they probably would have had a higher fine, a higher bond, and it's just a shame that this is still happening in 2018, and I'm thankful that you're looking into it. I love your show. I watch you every day. I record you. You even got me in trouble with my husband because he said, I stay on that phone watching you.
All right. Well, go ahead and kiss him and make it up to him.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Even though the police report here says that she periodically checked on the children. Well, damn.
Call from unknown caller. To accept, press 1.
You're on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Hi, Pastor Nikki, that's on your timeline.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, what's on your system?
Speak up for me, baby, so I can hear you. Speak up.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm speaking up. Okay, we need to know what county, what state, so we can call the DA. We together need to bombard that DA so that we can get these charges upgraded. There were 2 adults in that car, okay? So both of them need to be charged. I don't care about the race, none of that. Both of those adults need to be charged. Where are those children tonight? Are those children safe tonight? We, the voting public, I don't care what state we're in, we, the voting public, need to hold the DA accountable for these latest charges. Damn the judge. The judge is not the one that really makes a decision. It's the DA. We need to get him there.
No, the DA brings the charges. In this,
That's who we need to bombard.
okay, the DA brings the charges. Let me look tomorrow to see if there is a possibility of an upgrade in this particular charge. I'll let you know tomorrow night. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, 214, you just have to speak faith. I was coming to you right there. All right. This is almost 25 hours. Hey, do not forget that this Saturday, all roads leads to the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministry. All roads, as we are trying to save your daughters from 10 until 4 o'clock on this Saturday at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, 3835 Raleigh Milton Road. We're going to be talking and educating. It's called No More Secrets, No More Lies. We're going to be talking about child molestation. We're going to be talking about some of the things that's happening to our young girls. In fact, the Memphis Child Advocacy Center is going to be present for 2 hours doing a seminar. If you have a women's group or a child's group at your church, come on and be a part of this, okay? Come on, be a part. Girl Scout organization, come on and be a part. You got a mentoring program for your children, your young girls. Bring them. It's absolutely free. Come on and support this. We're going to do it in the gymnasium of the church. Come on and be a part this Saturday. Lunch is going to be prepared. I'm preparing lunch for 100 people. If we got more than 100, well, y'all just have to share y'all sandwiches. Come on and be with us. If you got a female group, a young girls organization, call the church tomorrow and let us know that you're coming. 435-6161. 435-6161. Go ahead, caller, you're on the air.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Look, one thing I know about those children is where was the mother at? Where the mother was?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out the mother's name. Someone said that she was all over Facebook. Was that the name?
Yeah, but it's blocked now.
The page is? She ain't nothing up now? Not even a profile? What was the name? You had the...
Jermel Hiller.
Was it Hillard or Show? That's gonna be their last name. Write that name down for me. Because one of the things I'm gonna pull in the morning is to see if she has a record. And I do see that the last name is Hillard.
Huge, okay. And you also said you work for Fred Smith, right?
I said, what now?
You also said you work for FedEx?
This woman works for FedEx. The grandmother
That's
works for
Fred
FedEx. Yeah, the grandmother works for that. But I'm getting the name as Jermel Hillard is the mother's name. How you,
Okay.
they'll bring the spelling into it. They'll. So I'm gonna run a check. Okay, yeah. Jermelle Hillard. Well, I'm gonna run a check on her tomorrow to see what we can find out. Thank you so much. I gotta take a
And
commercial.
one more thing, Dad, you know, I'm like that lady, if those kids would have been animals, they'd have gave her a life sentence.
Nope, yeah. Yeah, we.
Dad, I'm gonna be over there to see you soon, this is girl King.
You gonna be what?
I'll be over there to see you soon.
All right.
Visit the church, back to visit the church, this is girl Tina from West Memphis.
Okay, well, come on, see us then. We're gonna be waiting on you now. Bye, baby, I gotta go. Ooh, bye. See, you just keep on. She gonna do what?
She said this is girl Tina.
This is my girl, Tina. All right, Tina. Come on, see us then. Don't forget, y'all, Saturday, 10 o'clock, from 10 until 4. Lunch will be served at 12 o'clock. Okay? Don't come in at no 11:45 time you think it's some lunch. Okay, we start at 10 o'clock, from 10 until 4. Bring your daughters. If you've been sexually molested, you can find out some things as well. That's going to be a question and answer session as well. And also there's going to be training on what you need to look for and how maybe you can bring this program into your particular church through the Memphis Child Advocacy Center. We're going to take a commercial break and we'll be back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Hey, T, T! Have you been running the church anniversary?
Yeah, that was the first one playing.
All right, run it in every spot.
Okay.
All right, make it the last one on this one. What was wrong on that other tablet?
It's still messed up. It's gotta, gotta catch the data or something. It went out, all the way out. I had to turn it back on, and now it's processed.
So is this mother that's on here, is she saying that she's out of town?
Yeah.
That she's 1,100 miles away? But her page is shut down now?
Yeah.
So from this, it appears that the children don't live here now.
That's what I was saying. And it is a woman.
Huh?
It is a woman with him, a black woman in the car, a darker skinned woman. She ain't black with that yellow shirt on right there.
Sure will. T, is T in there?
Yeah.
T. When we come back, I want to put that little girl, the missing girl's picture up.
Okay. You were,
And what?
it's coming back up. You want it?
Don't make much sense at this point. Hmm. I got it
You got it?
on my phone. Well, don't screenshot a picture now. Hmm. Well, she ain't like.
30 seconds.
Sure, look a
20
little bit.
seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, thank you. We're looking forward to you joining us for the church anniversary on the first Sunday in July. Come on, be a part of it. I am taking it from looking at the mother's Facebook page and reading something that was there earlier. I think this is going to be another page that she's put up without a picture. That she's in California, because on one of her posts on Facebook that she was replying to someone else, she was stating that, what was the post? I took a picture. She stated, she said, these are my kids, and I would never trust them to be 1,100 miles away from me to spend the summer if they were in any danger. So I'm thinking from reading this and then seeing that the mother lives in California, that the children are just here for the summer. I don't know. It's hard to say, but we're going to look further and see exactly what is going on. Put the Maya Allen's picture up for me. Maya Allen is still missing. 16-year-old child who's a couple of years ago was taken into sex trafficking at gunpoint. And her mother sent me the whole article. The perpetrators of this crime are incarcerated in New Orleans. They took her out of Memphis because the child was not making enough money here in. I'm not taking any calls right now, thank you. In fact, I won't no more calls. You can keep it down. I'm looking at, let's see. She sent me, okay. There were 3 people that were involved. A man, a woman, Jonathan Wright, Chantel Thomas, and Mario the fail. I don't know why that name sounds so familiar. But damn, did you hear me say I'm not taking any more calls? Are you stupid or you just didn't hear? The what? Oh, let me cut you out. Did you not hear me say I'm not taking any more calls? No, you made me a bitch. Okay, that old gray-haired, dead-ass bitch that had you. That's the bitch you need to be calling. Talk to your mama. Call your mama a bitch. And the dog that screwed your mammy and made your ass bitch. Bye. Now, as I was saying before, I'm so rudely interrupted. Now, call again. And I'm going to put your number out there and let the whole world call you. Now, call me again. Well, I think I'm going to just do it anyway. Let's see, what's the number? Y'all call, getting on the pastor's nerve, area code 901-518-0360. Area code 901. I want y'all to call from all around the country. She needs prayer. She needs deliverance. 901-518-0360. 518-0360. Just call all night long. Just oh, you need prayer. Why are you calling the pastor and talking like that? But let's go back to Maya. Maya is missing. Again, the people that 2 years ago put a gun to her head and took her into sex trafficking, took her out of Memphis, and took her all the way to New Orleans because she was not making money here. Enough money for her. So they took her to New Orleans. She happened to get away, contacted her mother. Her mother contacted the proper authorities, got her back. Her mother has told me of the horrendous things that she was forced to do to men and women while she was being sex trafficked in the city of New Orleans. She was brought back to Memphis, and we don't know whether she has been put back into prostitution. We've heard that she's here in the city of Memphis. Her name is Maya Allen. Reportedly, she's been seen around the bus station downtown. She's been seen at the bus station on American Way, some apartments in East Memphis. This child is 16 years old. She's 5'3" and 170 pounds. She was last seen in the 1000 block of Peabody Avenue, wearing a black dress, blue jeans jacket, and sandals with fur. If you see Maya Allen, please call the police 545-2677. 545-2677. Her mother naturally is worried to death. We're trying to get this child back. It's been 2 weeks now. Maya Allen, if you see her, call the police. She's only 16 years of age, okay? Please do that. All right, Maya Allen. And if you are the person that has her, okay, let her go. Release her, let her go. I've got the name, and I'm gonna put his picture up tomorrow night of a young man that the mother thinks she may just be with. So it's all about our children. It's all about saving our young girls. And that's the reason I'm inviting you this Saturday, whatever your plans are, come and be a part this Saturday from 10 until 4 p.m. The Memphis Child Advocacy Center is going to be there. Other speakers, Wilma Shaw, who is a sexual abuse trauma expert, motivational speaker. We're flying her in from Houston, Texas. She's gonna be here, in fact, as we were booking her room today and air travel. I was gonna bring her in Friday and let her go back Saturday. She won't stay here Sunday. She must want to come get a pastor on Sunday. But she will also be on this show on Friday night. I hope they have back home by then. But she will be in town on this weekend. This is Father's Day weekend, right? And us po daddies, y'all don't celebrate us like y'all celebrate your moms and stuff. Okay? Y'all don't, yeah. You know, ain't gonna be no baskets on the corner selling no baskets for the po daddies. We ain't gonna get nothing, eh? I hope my children remember me. But Sunday morning at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministry, I got a Father's Day message for you. Subject will be entitled this Sunday morning, Who's Your Daddy? That's going to be the message on Sunday morning. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? That's the message on Sunday morning. Come on and be with us on this Sunday morning. Okay, I'm going to be looking for you. Woo! We had a good crowd on yesterday. And all the way from Oxford, Mississippi. And one lady brought tea and her family members to be with her. I call them Miss Walmart. You know I call them Miss Walmart. But I'm looking for all of them back on this Sunday as well. Come and be a part of the ministry of the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment. It's all about empowerment. But that's the subject Sunday morning. Who's your daddy? Do you know who your daddy is? What, LaCruz, let me go find. Okay. Who's your daddy? Do you know who your daddy is? Praise the Lord. So we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna preach that thing Sunday morning. Oh, y'all, look, y'all need to be there. Who's your dad? Do you know who your daddy is? Do you need a daddy? I want a present from all the women who's ever called me daddy. Can I get a present? Okay. You call me daddy, so can daddy. Hey, daddy. Big daddy. So can Big Daddy get a present? Hey, if you need, what Peter said? Yeah, I've had somebody call me Daddy. Hey, Daddy. Give Daddy a daddy gift, okay? Hey, don't forget, hey, if you need to get your man, your daddy, your husband, your boyfriend, or you need to get your daddy and your boyfriend and your husband a gift, go on down to M&K. Y'all like this? This is some M&K-ish. Okay? Went down there and got me about 8, 9 shirts on today. I have to be fresh. I have to be clean. I got me 2 minutes? Oh, how, when time flies. I got a man that's going to stop by tomorrow that owns a cemetery. We're going to be talking about 15, 20 minutes where y'all can take y'all peoples when they die. If you can't take them straight to the fire, we got a place for them when they die. Okay, so we'll be talking about that on tomorrow as well. It's about time we get out here. They promised to be some air before the week is up. And please, if you know where Maya happens to be, please let her know if you're holding her. Somebody got to know where this baby happens to be. I hope I wasn't too hard giving y'all some history tonight, but I am going to do some research into, is this the biggest law, or is I just have a problem with the children being left to maybe die, to suffocate, to burn up, heat exhaustion, can't get out the cage. I wonder if the cage was locked. Okay? I mean, because if you close it, the dogs don't, I don't know.
If they're closed the door, they're gonna make the cage open up.
Right, if the latch was down, what would you think was on this? I don't know. Okay. All right, y'all, thank you so very much for being here. I'm gonna get out of here. And you have a great day tomorrow. You tell all of your friends all around the country about the baddest talk show host in the world. My name is Thaddeus Matthews. Until tomorrow, lovely evening to you. Bye. What's going on, man?